Good morning, everyone. To the members of our head table, welcome. To the Humble Lion team, thank you for being here. You gentlemen, you look fabulous in your jerseys. To the members of the media, special thank you for being here with us. And of course, to those of you joining us on the various social media platforms and on Zoom, welcome. This is our Meet the Press weekly press conference, which gives you an opportunity to hear from your favorite club and, of course, their sponsor. Joining us today, we would like to welcome the PFJL Director, Mr. Chad Cunningham, Mr. Sean Wallace, Head of Commerce from Red Stripe, and of course, we have Andrew Price, Coach of Humble Lion. And joining us at the head table is this week's star baller, Mr. Andrew Vanzi. Welcome. Okay, for those of you not here with us, just so you know, COVID protocols are in place. There are no more than 30 persons currently in the room, and everyone is appropriately social distanced. All masks will remain on unless you are speaking, which means that only the speakers at the head table will be allowed to remove their mask while they're speaking, and then they will put it back on. The flow of the press conference will be as follows to reduce the need for me to be back at the podium and removing my mask. Here we go. Welcome message will be done by the director, Chad Cunningham. Remarks will then be made by Mr. Sean Wallace, Head of Commerce for Red Stripe, followed by the club's response by Andrew Price. And then we will have the vote of thanks done by Andrew Vanzi. This will be followed by question and answers, which will be allowed from the media, both here and online. And of course, we will end the day's proceedings with presentations from the club and, of course, their sponsor, Red Stripe. Thank you for being here.
Morning, everybody. All right, so we're here this morning to welcome again Red Stripe and their sponsors, specifically with regards to their association with Humble Lion Football Club. Sound is low. Can hear me now? Much better. All right. All right. So yes. So the Jamaica. Can hear me now? Much better. All right. All right. So yes. So the Jamaica Premier League and Red Stripe have a long and very successful relationship, I would call it. I think the association with the brand and the league is still very strong. And so, you know, it's for good reason that, you know, that we have continued with this relationship because football has a strong part in the entire fabric of Jamaica. You know, all across the land, people are fans of football, and if they're not fans of football, they can't get away from it. So we think it's a great medium for a lot of brands to put themselves in front of an adoring public and to put themselves in the hearts and minds of Jamaica. So on that note, I think Humble Lion represents one such community where we can see the passion for football very much alive. And so, you know, if you go to any Humble Lion game pre-COVID, you could feel the passion of the fans and the engagement of the community. And I think that bodes well for Red Stripe and what they're looking to do. Because if you've ever been down Sevens Road, you'll see a number of bars, and a number of them are branded Red Stripe, and so I think this is a good association to work with. So, keep it short and sweet. Hello, Red Stripe. I'm going to tell you welcome back because, you know, you've always been with us, so you're always welcome in our home. You know where the cups are, you know where everything is, so help yourself. And if you need anything, feel free to ask. We'll try to accommodate as best as possible. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cunningham, both as a friend and as a representative of the Jamaica Premier League. Coach Price, morning. Thank you all to the players who are here. I know this isn't your usual duty, but thank you for being here, and of course, thank you to the entire online audience. If there's one thing I think I can say, I think it's safe to say that this year's Premier League season has been a season like no other. Like every other area of life, football has been tremendously affected by the current situation, and the challenges facing the sport, both internationally and locally, are phenomenal. Here in Jamaica, it has really taken the creativity, the will, and the shared determination of all stakeholders to keep the sport alive. And for that, I salute all of you. As a long-standing sponsor of football, Red Stripe has continued to support the beautiful game that has created so many opportunities for our young players, our club officials, and has also brought joy to our fans across the country. Well, as we're doing today, we have embraced the new approach to sponsorship of the Premier League and the new ways of working, and we are really happy that this new way of working with the Premier League has allowed more companies to be involved in sponsorship. Of course, being a club sponsor this season has allowed us to get to know the Humble Lion organization better. The management, the players, and the community. As Chad mentioned, I know a couple of those bars on 7th Road, but we won't talk about that just right now. Now, of course, while the team has been working to improve their performances, we see the heart, the drive, and the vision that have taken this club this far. I mean, Humble Lion is a Clarendon institution, and it's a tradition that's been 40 years in the making. We recognize the challenges that you face, Humble Lion, and we applaud the management team for its leadership throughout these difficult times. As club sponsor, we see ourselves playing a supportive role in the development of the Humble Lion franchise, and that's why we've already begun to take steps to help them get some of the resources they will need in a couple of key areas. And while we recognize that we have made a key and significant investment through sponsorship of the club, there's going to be a need for greater resources in order to properly fund long-term development plans. As such, Red Stripe has been working with Humble Lion to provide some support for the club's fundraising efforts, and especially those that began over the recent Emancipendence period. Where the players are concerned, we understand that Coach Price has been trying to increase the fitness levels. I understand that's probably not the most fun part of training, but we also recognize that in order to have improved fitness levels, you're going to need improved nutritional support. And to that end, we will be working with the team to provide an expert who can give some guidance on nutritional information and support, which is a key driver of performance and a critical part of your overall preparation. In total, we'll be providing support valued at $500,000 to the Humble Lion Football Club, and that's both product and technical support, which we believe will make an impact where you need it most. Here at Red Stripe, we believe three things. One, that our investment in the club is the right thing to do for football in general and for the development of the club in particular. Two, we believe that supporting clubs like Humble Lion equate to supporting the communities that they operate in. And three, we believe that supporting our players is key to supporting the next generation of leaders and nation builders. For us, sponsorship of and association with football continues to be one of our major platforms, and the Jamaica Premier League has provided us with an opportunity to connect with our consumers and other lovers of football island-wide. As the exclusive beer sponsor of the league and the Great Jamaican Beer, Red Stripe wants to remind football fans everywhere there's still nothing like a good match and a cold Red Stripe in hand whether you're in the stands or watching from home. To all the fans, everybody watching online, please continue to support your teams, continue to support Humble Lion, and let's keep the good energy and vibe around football as we move towards the end of the season. Thank you.
Morning, everyone. Normally, I would say all protocols observed, but during COVID, we have to observe COVID protocols. So it's more important to identify the people that are at the head table. Mr. Chad Cunningham from the PFJL. Soal is from Red Stripe, and of course, Andrew Vanzi. I also want to thank the media for coming to this presentation of Meet the Press. Also, the Humble Lion players, alongside members of the Jamaica Football Federation and the PFJL. Humble Lion is indeed happy to be associated with Red Stripe.